cold, wet, gloomy outside, and it's got me trapped indoors. You know, a lot of people would think that's a waste of a day, but you know, it's actually the perfect time to pick up that pesky baitcaster that you got. You just haven't been able to dial in. Now, if you're an amateur novice, or you know, somebody who's never really used a baitcaster or just can't quite get the hang of it, it could be a total nightmare. It makes you want to throw it back in the corner and not mess with it. Well, this is a reel that can definitely advance your game in the world of fishing. There's a couple of simple tricks that can actually help you progress a lot more if you've been struggling. And I'll go over a couple of those real quick with you. On a nasty rainy day like today, you can just sit in your living room, make these simple adjustments, play with it in the house or in the garage or in a dry area. Or if you want to go stand out there in the rain, it's a perfect time. Get you ready for the spawn, get you ready for the spring. So, most basic thing you're going to need to know is you have your braking settings. You have your tension knob, handle, spool, and then of course the release. Well, what you want to do is a lot of people will get backlash or run over when they cast. There's a couple things that causes that. Your braking's not set right. Your tension knob's not right. You're not using your thumb right. It's all it all has to work together. And there's a couple basic steps you can set up to start figuring out that happy medium that works best for you and your casting style. So let's go over those real quick. So when you hit your button, you're going to notice you get run over really bad. You're going to want to fix that run over, of course. Your spool is basically spinning fast with the drop of your lure. You want, when your lure to hit the water, in this case would be the ground, you want your spool to pretty much stop. You don't want it to keep running over, keep running faster, because then it's just going to unwind all that stuff. So one of the first things you can do to slow that down is go ahead and your tension knob and actually adjust your knob a little tighter and drop your lure. You want your lure to fall fairly slowly, not real slow, but like if you drop it now, it falls real quick. But if you adjust it, you want it to do a nice medium drop. Takes a couple times. Once you get your brakes, your tension knob adjusted, then go ahead and drop it a few times. Now when it hits the ground, it should stop on its own, but you kind of want to get in the habit of right as it's hitting the ground to slow it up with your thumb. Okay? That's going to get you in the habit of when you're casting that it's not going to overrun if you're not perfect on your setup. Your thumb's going to slow it down for you. So on really hard casts, you're going to actually see that thing take off and you're really running that spool fast. And if you're not dialed in adjusted perfect, which will take you a little while to get your perfect settings, you can get that run over, that bird's nest. So then your thumb comes into play to slow that down and work as a clutch or a brake. Another quick tip to know too, like if you're going to start casting, don't just cast for the sky right off the bat with your arms out. Keep them tight. This isn't like a spinning reel where you can just launch the thing. Now this thing will let you do it, but you will actually learn how to start casting with your rod. Let the rod load up and cast for you. That's a different video, but we can actually show you that. Keep yourself tight. Keep your arms in tight and actually let it sling. And after a while, you'll start getting the feel of that and how it works. So find your nice spot in your house, set your brakes, set your tension knob, let it drop. Don't get any run over. And actually maybe set up a bucket or something and start casting into that.